Okay, good morning. I think I'm live. I never know when it goes live. So, good morning anyway. This is Irmi from Yoga with Irmi and Loving and Sustainable Self-Care. Somebody's popping in. Oh yeah, Sharon. Good morning, Sharon. Good to see you here again. And today our theme is feeling closer to, excuse me, our true nature. Jillian is here. Good morning. Good to see you too. And what does that mean? What does it mean to be closer to our nature, or what is our true nature? You know, it almost sounds like a cliche, and but it's hard to put it in words because it's really not a place or a destination. It's more a feeling. So the feeling that we have inside of us and how we feel about ourselves, that indicates that we are close to who we really are, which is a happier, blissful being. So when we feel good, we are closer to this inner blissfulness, so to speak. So when we practice yoga, when we breathe, when we have a spiritual practice and meditation, those are the tools to connect with that part of us that is blissful and happy and positive at all times. So our feelings are the barometer, the indicator how close we actually feel or are to our inner nature. And so it's like I said, it sounds like a cliche, but it's not. It's just a hard way to. It's not easy to explain, but it's something. It's a feeling. It's something that comes from the inside. And so you all know that when we practice yoga. Sheila, good morning. Good to see you here. And so we just have a better feeling about ourselves, our lives, and that is a great thing because that's who we actually are. We are happy people, blissful people actually, beings I should say. And that's what we always want to connect to. And sometimes there's blockages and rocks and the path is not straight and we have to climb over things and we have to dig out stuff. So we come across blockages or beliefs that we have that hinder us from feeling who we actually really are. And yoga helps us to get there and connect with that inner happiness, that inner bliss, and also allows us to recognize and see and become aware of what is the blockage or what is the hindrance or what is the belief that we have that hinders us to be in this a happy space for most of the time. So let's get started and we come onto the floor and onto the mat. If you have a blanket, a pillow, or a yoga block, it's great to have a little support here in your seat if you like. Or you can sit on the floor if that's helpful for you. Or you can bring the legs forward at any time. So remember, you can change your position at any time here in the beginning or at any time during the class. If there's a pose you can't hold or it's not accessible to you today, then just sit it out or make it easy on yourself. I always point out the modifications. And let's begin in a seat that is comfortable for you, and then we allow the arms to relax down, the shoulders, so the weight is coming downwards. And naturally the arms are coming downwards. They are not up in the air unless we make an effort. Naturally that they are down to the side of the body. That means naturally the energy is flowing downwards in the arms. And you can close the eyes if you like. We take a couple of moments to settle in and arrive. alive in your room, on the mat, and in the body. Deep breath in through the nose if your nose is open today. And also exhale through the nose if possible. Inhale through the nose. And exhale. Inhale through the nose. And exhale through the nose. Inhale. And exhale. And then just follow your own rhythm, the movement of your own breath. And that helps us to relax into the seat more. Feel your glutes, your sit bones, your legs, your feet. Feel the entire area of your body that is touching the floor. And that is the foundation of the seated position. And you can relax the eyes a little bit more, the forehead, the face, the tongue can drop to the floor of the mouth. Just starting to relax the muscles in the body. The tongue is a muscle also, so it can relax and drop down to the floor of the mouth. Now maybe we bring the attention to the spine. Notice the length of the spine coming out of the sacrum and then all the way up to the neck. And the spine holds the head, the skull on top of it. The tailbone is curled under when we sit. And the hip joints open up in the cross-legged position. So even here now, when we just kind of scan the body a little bit, become aware of the breath, you can notice how you start to lengthen a little bit more. The spine lengthens a little bit more. The belly relaxes a little bit more. The arms drop a little bit more. And then with that nice seat, let's begin to bobblehead the head and the neck. So just irregular movements here in the head and the neck. Just to loosen up. Imagine a bobblehead in the car. They used to be in cars. And every time you would drive over a bump or had to brake or put the gas on, pedal down, the bobblehead would start to bobble all over the place. So imagine that and allow the head to be irregularly moved. Yes, it's already a releasing tension. So allow your breath, allow your exhale especially. The inhale happens naturally, automatically. The body draws in the next breath. The exhale, we can help that a little bit. And let the tension go with the exhale. And now with that movement, we bring it into the entire spine. So bobblehead now, the torso also. And the neck, the head, neck, and spine, the rest of spine, they could go into different directions. So basically, we want to be as loose as possible. Or I should say, as loose as it feels good. Very nice. And then slowly we're going to And take a nice deep breath. Inhale in. Exhale, let's drop the head forward and the chin to the chest. And then we're going to roll back. So arms start to lengthen, hands hold the knees, spine is rounding. On the inhale, the belly comes forward, chest. So we basically come back to neutral. Then we bring the shoulders up towards the ears, elbows come out. And then the arms come up and into goddess position. So upper arms parallel to the floor, fingertips pointing upwards. And then arms parallel and up. And you still possibly, if possible, on the inhale here. Belly forward, let the belly relax out. And then on the exhale, we go backwards into goddess position. Then the hands come down to the knees. Now the shoulders come down, head drops forward, and we roll the spine back and finish out the exhale. So ideally now you exhale deeply on this back bend, or back lean I should say, and then inhale forward again to neutral, belly chest comes forward, shoulders rise, elbows to the side. So basically expanding up and out with the rib cage. Arms come up into goddess, that gives us a good stretch in front of the chest here. And then still on the inhale, if you can, up and parallel. So we're extending up and the belly can relax forward. Still on the inhale if possible. And then on the exhale, we go back again. So first into goddess, hands to the knees, shoulders down, head forward, and then roll it back, finishing the exhale. Inhale forward, belly chest, shoulders come up, elbows out, arms up, goddess position. Bring the elbows to the side of the body so you can feel this stretch in the front here. And then up, parallel. Still on the inhale if you can, but breathe however you need to, of course. And then exhale, we go back, elbows out, hands to the knees, shoulders down, head drops forward, roll back. Let's go one more time here. Inhale forward, belly chest, shoulders come up, elbows out, goddess pose, arms up. Still on the inhale if you can. Let's hold the inhale a little bit longer this time if possible. Belly is forward, let it drop forward. Let's hold the breath. It's really handy to be able to hold the breath. In life we have situations where we need to hold the breath sometimes, and it's really good to be able to do that, as we know from Sharon. And then exhale, bend the elbows. So we go backwards on the exhale, hands down, shoulders drop, chin forward, roll back. Finish the exhale. Let's hold the exhale a little bit. And then inhale forward. And deep exhale. And just take a couple of deep breaths here. Yes. Enjoy the breath. Now let's bring the hands forward to the floor. We roll to the knees. Remove the pillow blanket if you used one. And then we just curl the toes, roll up into the squat, into the frog position. So feet are hip width apart with the toes slightly pointing out. We have a few options here. You can be on the balls of your feet as I'm here right now. Or you can go all the way down to the flats of the feet, or you can modify and bring the forearms onto your thighs like so. So the frog has 3 possibilities here. Pick the one that works for you. And then on the next inhale, we all lift the chin up a little bit. And then exhale, forward bend. Lengthen the legs, drop the torso. And then inhale, come into your frog. Pick one of the three options. Or maybe you have another one. Maybe there's another one that I don't know. And then exhale, forward bend. Inhale, frog. Exhale, forward bend. So we're just gonna limber the entire body here. Inhale, come down. Lift the chin. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale, frog. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale, frog. Loosening up the legs, the spine. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale, frog. Exhale, forward bend. We stay in the forward bend. Take a breath here, relax. And now we're gonna go into another frog version. So you can bring the heels a little closer together, feet out. Roll onto the balls of the feet, hands in front of the feet onto the fingertips. And here we're gonna keep the heels off the mat the whole time. This is a little bit more challenging than the first version. So if you need to do the first version, that's wonderful to do. Inhale, we lift the chin again, wherever you are. And then exhale, forward bend. Inhale, come down, frog. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale, frog. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale, frog. That's a little bit more intense in the legs. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale, come down. Exhale, forward. One more. Inhale, frog. And exhale, forward bend. Now let's bring the feet into mountain pose. Bring them parallel to each other. And we fold into the forward bend. And relax. Nice deep breath, releasing the arms, shoulders, neck and spine. Next inhale, reverse swan dive, arms come out and up. Hands touch above, little bit of back bend. Exhale into mountain pose. Take a deep breath. Inhale, let's bring the left knee up. Grab a hold of your left shin. Exhale down. Inhale, right knee up. Gaze the eyes to the floor for a focal point or focal area so the mind has a place to go. And exhale down. Inhale left. Exhale down. Inhale right. And exhale down. One more round. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Mountain pose. Take a breath. Inhale. Arms come out and up. Hands touch. Slight back bend. Exhale. Forward bend. Let's come down into the squat if you can. Inhale, lift the chin. Exhale, we twist to the right. Inhale, forward. And exhale, left. Inhale, forward. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, down. Inhale, reverse swan dive, arms come out and up. Hands touch, back bend. Exhale, side to side. And take a breath. Now let's bring the hands to the hips on each side. We bring the weight to the right foot. Bring the left foot forward like this on an angle. Point the toes and we're gonna roll the ankle here. And if it's really wobbly, just bring the hand to the wall or a piece of furniture, wherever you are. Don't struggle too much. Just help a little bit with the balance and roll your ankle. So this is a balancing pose, but it's also really good for the ankle. Literally a good movement to do to keep the ankle lubricated and flexible. Pause and go into the other direction. Or of course you can gaze to the floor if you are in the balancing position. And then pause. Inhale, we point the toes forward, exhale back. Inhale forward, exhale back. Inhale forward, exhale back. Inhale forward, exhale back. Inhale forward and exhale down. Take a breath. Yes, nice deep breath. Let's shift the weight to the left foot. We bring the right foot forward, point the toes, roll the ankle on the other side, gaze to the floor, use the wall if you need to, no problem. So we definitely want to loosen the ankle here and strengthen the ankle. Flexibility is really strength. If the body is flexible, then we are stronger because there's less option to be injured or torn something. Pause and go the other way. The flexibility is important for a strong body. That's why some people, when they work out and they're really strong, they have lots of muscles, they're very, very bulky, but they have very little flexibility, especially men often. Pause. Inhale forward, exhale back. 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 Inhale forward and exhale down. And take a breath. And mountain pose, shake it out. Yes, deep breath. Just wiggle, shake, swing the arms, the shoulders, the hips, even the legs can come apart a little bit. Just roll the body. Roll into your joints, into your spine, into the neck, the hips. Yes, and then we slowly come back to mountain pose and take a deep breath. Next inhale, arms come out and up. Hands touch, nice back bend. Exhale, forward bend. All the way down if you can. Inhale, lift the chin. Exhale, we're going to step the right foot out into the flying monkey. And you can modify here also and lean onto the left thigh with your left forearm. Right arm can be all along the torso here, the side of the body. That's a fantastic stretch. Also into the hip. And then if you can, you go all the way down. Basically a squat on the left side here. Right leg is long, right foot pressing down into the floor. Hands can stay on the mat if you like, or you can come into prayer position. And then you can gaze to the fingertips or the floor. Yes, it's a little balancy, a little wobbly maybe. It's okay, we can tighten the muscles a little bit more, engage them by pressing especially the right foot down. Then all the leg muscles on the right side gonna engage. Or you can bring the hands down and help yourself that way. Let's take one more breath here. Inhale and exhale. Inhale. Exhale, hands come down. We bring the foot in. Inhale, lift the chin. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale, halfway lift. Yes, deepest breath in. Exhale all the way down. Hands behind the legs, a little closer to the legs maybe. Inhale, reverse swan dive. Arms come out and up. Hands touch, back bend. Exhale, mountain pose. Inhale, arms come out and up. Hands touch, back bend. Exhale, forward bend. Into the squat. Inhale, lift the chin. Exhale, we bring the left foot out. And you can modify like before if you like. Find a place for the hands, press the left foot down, stabilizing the pose. Gaze to the fingertips or floor. And we breathe a couple of breaths here. It's really strengthening the legs here, the abdomen, opening the hips. And relax into the pose. And we take 2 more breaths here. And then inhale and exhale. And inhale, we bring the hand down, hands down. Exhale, foot comes in. Inhale, lift the chin. And exhale, forward bend. Inhale, reverse swan dive. Arms come out and up. Hands touch. Nice back bend. Notice it gets a little bit deeper. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive. Arms come out and up. Hands touch, lean back. And exhale into mountain pose. Take a breath. Now we bring the feet a little bit wider, like 3-4 feet, so you gotta step sideways. Toes slightly out, and then we bend the knees a little bit and come up into goddess position like we did before. Now we touch the index and thumbs together. The other fingers are firm, just together. And then a bend in the knees here, strengthening the legs again. Arms to the sides. And let's take a couple of breaths here in the goddess pose. And then inhale and exhale. And then this time on the inhale, we're gonna tilt the torso about 45 degrees forward, keeping the arms to the sides. So we need to make a little effort to keep the arms up and back, yes? And then on the exhale, just tilt back with the torso if it feels good. And then inhale, tilt forward. So we're hinging from the lower back. And then exhale, tilt back. Inhale, tilt forward. Just a way to strengthen the entire body here. Exhale, tilt back. Gentle way to strengthen the arms and the legs. Inhale, tilt forward. Keep the arms out to the side. Imagine they're in line with the ears. Exhale, tilt back. Gaze goes up. Inhale, forward and tilt. Exhale, back. Yes. Inhale forward and exhale back. Let's go one more round. Inhale forward, exhale back. Inhale center. Deepest breath in, belly out, and then on the exhale we let the arms come down, stretch the legs out, and take a deep breath. Yes. Now turn the right foot to the short side of the mat, turn the back foot in. We keep the legs long. Inhale, arms parallel to the floor. Warrior two, arms look to the right hand. Exhale, reach the right hand forward and then down. Left arm up and into the triangle. And take your time, don't go too far in the beginning because it's a pretty intense pose where the arms lengthen, the legs, the hips working here, lower back. Look up if you can to that left hand. And let's take 2 breaths here. Next inhale, pull the belly in, we rise, warrior two, arms, look to the right hand, exhale down. And let's turn the feet to the long side of the mat, left foot to the other short side of the mat, back foot in. Maybe you have to adjust your feet a little bit wider apart. Inhale, warrior two, arms, look to the left hand this time, torso on top of the pelvis. And then exhale, shift the right hand forward and then we come down. Right arm up, triangle on the other side. Look up if you can. And take a deep breath here. Don't go too deep. Just find your stretch. Find the good opening stretch. That is more important than how far we go. It's about where does it feel really good today. Could be different tomorrow. And we take 2 more breaths here. And then inhale up and warrior two, arms. Look to the left hand. Exhale, arms come down. Turn the feet to the long side of the mat again. Toes slightly out. Inhale, we go back into goddess. And then exhale, settle in. Let the feet sink into the mat. Let the weight come down. And enjoy a deep, deep breath. Inhale. Exhale. Next inhale, again we tilt forward. And then this time we're going to stay for 2 breaths. So hold your arms by the ears in that plane. Gazing down. Next inhale, we're going to tilt back. Exhale, we're going to stay here for 2 breaths. Gaze is up naturally from the tilt. And then inhale, slowly tilt forward. Keep the arms by the sides. Exhale, and we take 2 breaths here. Notice how the breath deepens. This is opening the chest, the rib cage, the lungs, the heart space, the heart chakra. Same time strengthening the legs and the abdomen. Next inhale, we're going to tilt back. Exhale, stay. Let's take 2 breaths here. Gaze is up naturally. So the neck is in line with the rest of the spine. It's not really dropping the head back, it's just also a tilt in the neck like the rest of the spine. And then inhale, tilt forward. We go one more round. And take 2 breaths here. Keep the arms out if you can. I know they're getting a little heavy, but we are strengthening the arms, the chest, the heart, the respiratory system. And you might notice how the breath is deepening. And then inhale back one more time, yes. Exhale, we stay for 2 breaths. And inhale, neutral now, we come up to neutral. And then on the exhale, let's just float the arms down, lengthen the legs out. Yes, take a deep breath. Big release, and we bring the feet together into mountain pose. Feel your length, feel the chest, your breath, your heart open. Inhale, arms come out and up. Hands touch, nice back bend, hip bones forward. Notice the back bend, deeper. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, deep fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive, arms come out and up. Hands touch, enjoy the depth of your back bend, hip bones forward. Exhale, all the way down. Into the squat. This time, inhale, lift the chin. Exhale, we bring the right foot out again. Flying monkey. Modify if you need to. Place the hands wherever they are comfortable. Press the right foot down. And this time, maybe we apply a little bit more strength into the right foot down into the floor. Now, if you have the hands in prayer position, you can be in any other position here. But if you have the hands here, we're going to bring them up on the inhale and overhead. Stretching the arms up. Let's take a breath or two. Otherwise, you're just doing whatever works for you. Maybe the hands are on the floor, maybe you are modifying, perfectly fine. This is just an option. Inhale, yes. Exhale, slide the hands down and all the way to the floor. And we bring the foot in. Inhale, lift the chin. And exhale, forward bend. Inhale, reverse swan dive, arms come out and up, hands touch, feel your nice back bend. Exhale, forward bend. Squatting down on the inhale, lift the chin. Exhale, left foot out. Modify if you need to. Place the hands down or into prayer position. And let's take 2 breaths here. Pressing that left foot down a little more like an anchor. And then we're gonna bring the arms up this time again. On the inhale, reach the fingertips. Let's take 1 or 2 breaths here. So it becomes more a balancing pose, but also a good opening stretch in the spine, upper spine, respiratory system, shoulders. I also keep my eyes on the floor. I can't just look all over the place. It would knock me off my balance. So my eyes are on the floor. Inhale, reach. And exhale, we slide it down. Hands come down to the floor. Bring the foot in. Inhale, lift the chin. And exhale, forward bend. Inhale, halfway lift. Let's hold the inhale. Yes, very deep inhale. Hold it. Just do the best you can, belly out. And then exhale, fold. Let's hold the exhale. And inhale, arms come out and up. Hands touch straight up. Exhale down. And let's take a couple of breaths. Again, move the shoulders, neck, spine, hips. Loosen up, soften up. Let's bring the feet again 3-4 feet apart. Turn the right foot to the top of your mat, back foot in. Inhale, warrior two, arms. Look to the right hand. Yes, reach the arms away from the spine, feels good. Exhale, shift forward and down, triangle, left arm up. And now we are much more open, so maybe you want to deepen a little bit into your triangle. It's good to have a block down here or a pillow or blanket if you like, or you can keep the hand on the shin. Again, you want to feel, you're going to find the stretch, like you're scanning with your right hand up and down the shin and look for a good stretch. And then wherever that is, you can stay there. Look up if you can. Nice opening stretch. Adding space into the body, into the mind, getting closer to our true nature where we feel good, happy, blissful, just happy with ourselves. Next, inhale, come up. Warrior two, arms, look to the right hand. Exhale, release. Take a deep breath. Yes, feels good to have a good deep breath. So let's turn sideways and then left foot to the other short side of the mat, back foot in. Adjust your feet if needed. Inhale, warrior two, arms. Look to the left hand. Inhale. Exhale, shift forward and down. Triangle on the other side. Feel it out. Find your good stretch. Look up if you can. And enjoy your openness. And if the openness is higher up on the shin, then that's the openness today, which is always a good feeling, wherever it might be. The openness could be in the modification. And we take one more breath here. And then inhale, slowly rise, look to the left hand. Exhale, release. Turn the feet forward, also sideways. And then inhale, arms come out and up, hands touch, lean back. Exhale, forward and down, wide-legged forward bend. And let's take a moment, breathe. Wiggle the head. And one more breath here. And then turn the foot that is your top of the mat, so wherever your top of the mat is, turn that foot forward, and then the back foot comes forward too, and we come into a lunge. Hands next to the front foot. And then on the next inhale, step into plank. Inhale in, reach the heels, engage the body, or bring the knees down for modification. And then on the exhale, we all float down. Inhale, mini cobra, cobra. And exhale, send the hips back into child's pose. You might want to open the knees, and then the arms can come down, the forehead to the mat, to the hands, to the fists, block maybe. And relax. And let's take one more breath here. Next inhale, we come onto the hands and knees. Exhale, adjust into the table pose. And inhale, cat lift, drop the belly, lift the chin. Exhale, cat stretch. Inhale, cat lift. And exhale, cat stretch. Inhale, cat lift. Exhale, cat stretch. Inhale, cat lift. And exhale, cat stretch. One more round. Inhale, cat lift. Exhale, cat stretch. Inhale, neutral. On the exhale, we sit back to the heels. Inhale, arms come out and up, hands touch. And then exhale, let the arms come to one or the other side. We swing the legs around and come into the seated position, into the staff position. And let's take a moment here, relax the hands down, palms can face up. It helps to open, keep the shoulders open. And breathe. Just notice how you feel. The feeling is the barometer of how close we are to our true nature, which is blissful, good feeling. Just good feelings, happy feelings from the inside. Inhale, exhale, drop the head down, chin to the chest. And then let's roll to the right side, right ear, right shoulder. Back if you can, and to the left. And forward, over to the right. And maybe back. And left. And forward, pause and take a breath. Let's go the other way. Left ear, left shoulder, back if you can, to the right. And forward to the left. Maybe back. Over to the right. And forward, pause and take a breath. And let's just keep on rolling forward. Arms, hands can come kind of inch forward and down towards the ankles, shins, maybe the feet. And then on the inhale, we lengthen the arms, lift the head, look towards the toes or feet. And then exhale, fold. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. On the way down, the hands can help you down. Inhale, lift. And exhale, fold. Inhale, lift. And exhale, fold. And we go one more. Inhale, lift. Now exhale. you like, you can scoop the hands over the toes and stretch into the feet a little bit more. And then on the next inhale, we're just gonna roll the torso up, keep the head hanging, and exhale, roll it down to the mat. Arms can come forward for a counterweight, or use them on the mat if needed. So we want to come down safely, but also toning the body. And take a nice deep breath here, relax. Inhale, let's bring the knees up. Exhale, wrap the arms around the shins. Let the spine, allow your spine to sink into the floor. And roll the head from side to side, massaging the head, but also a good stretch for the neck here. Bring the head as far over to each side as you can, but comfortably, so don't strain, just go there and see how far it goes. And then over to the other side. It's a good neck stretch, but it also stimulates the circulation in the brain. The blood circulation, but also lymphatic circulation, which is important for cleansing the brain, detoxing the brain. At the same time, we allow the spine to rest. And let's come to center and take a breath. Inhale. And on the exhale, let's drop the knees to the left. Left hand helps them down. Right arm to the right, shoulder level, look to the right hand, into the final spinal twist. Support your knees if you need to with a pillow, blanket, block. So if they are straining halfway in the air and you can't relax, use a prop and support your knees. And then we just enjoy this open space in the body and the sweet feeling of relaxation. So this is a sign of being close to our true nature now. Feeling relaxed and calm and sweet. So very close to who we are actually. Enjoy the twist. And let's take one more nice deep breath here. And on the next inhale, let's roll up to center. Exhale, drop the knees over to the right. Right hand helps them down, left arm to the left. Support the knees if needed. Look over to the left and we sink into the other side. let's take one more nice deep breath here. Next inhale, let's come up to center with the knees. Exhale, arms come alongside the body, or the hands can come under the buttocks to support the lower back, which is really helpful to make the drop of the legs easier. And then inhale, we stretch the legs up, point the toes. Exhale, let's float the legs to the floor. Chin tucked forward, neck is long. You can actually watch the feet for a while, as long as they're in your view. So that also keeps the neck forward, the chin forward and the neck long. Eventually they're gonna get out of the periphery of the view. And also remember, you can bring the knees in and take the pressure off once in a while. And then stretch it back out, keep on floating. Maybe hover over the mat for a little while, even two or three breaths if you like, if it feels good today. And then slowly we eventually gonna come down. Everybody's a little different, maybe you're still floating. So take your time. And then when you come all the way down, settle into the corpse pose. Close your eyes if you like. And we go into the relaxation phase. Feel your body resting on the floor, on the mat, on the earth. Feel the back of the legs, the calves, heels, glutes, the shoulder blades, the back of the arms, hands, the back of the head. Just become aware of the foundation here of the corpse pose. Yes, and then with that foundation, we feel that large foundation, that large support from beneath. Now we can sink into this foundation and relax, let go. There's nothing to hold on to. We don't have to stretch or balance or hold on to anything. So let go. Maybe the fingers, toes can separate a little bit more. And then notice your breath again. Your inhale and your exhale coming through the nose if possible. Raising and falling with the breath. The belly is falling and rising with the breath. So already be aware of that large foundation of the earth element, that support, that security, and then also be aware of the lightness, the subtleness of the breath. And enjoy that. It's like being held safely, and so we can enjoy the breath, the life force, the life that comes in every day, every moment. Not just every day, every moment. And enjoy the rest, the relaxation, the rejuvenation, the nourishment of this moment. The emptiness in the mind. good nurturing feeling on the inside, being close to the blissful nature that we are. It's like hanging out with our own best company. And then let's take a little bit of deeper breath now. And slowly roll to the right side. Rest your head in your upper arm for a moment. And then whenever you are ready, slowly come back into the seated position. And we allow the eyes to slowly open. And this was our yoga for today. Thank you all for chiming in. It was very much a pleasure. And I wish you a wonderful day and a great weekend. Namaste. Carla, hello. Hi Carla, how are you? Have a great weekend and I'll see you next Wednesday.